Hello everyone, welcome back to Web Technologies tutorial. In today's class, I'm going to discuss about document object model, which is also called as DOM. So what is DOM? So DOM is a W3C consortium, which is World Wide Web Consortium standard. Okay, and this is the definition of DOM. So the W3C document object model is a platform and language neutral interface that allows programs and scripts to dynamically access and update the content, structure, and style of a document. Okay, so I'll show you all this in action, so not to worry. So it's a W3C standard which defines a standard for accessing documents. Okay, fine. So here we are talking about XML or HTML documents. So there are three standards. They separated the standards for into three parts. One is the core DOM, so which is for all the documents, and then you have XML DOM for the standard model for XML documents, and then you have HTML DOM, which is a standard model for HTML documents. So HTML, let us look into what is HTML DOM. So HTML DOM is a standard object model and programming interface for HTML. So DOM is like how you can get the elements of the HTML and you can make changes to them. You can add or delete the elements, HTML elements. So all that is possible with the DOM. So what does it defines? HTML DOM defines the HTML elements as objects and the properties of all HTML elements and the methods to access all the HTML elements and the events for all HTML elements. All this is defined in HTML DOM. So with the HTML DOM, so you can actually, like the JavaScript can access and change all the elements of an HTML document. So here there are very three important parts of a web application. Okay, so the first one is your HTML and the second one is the CSS and the third one is the JavaScript. Now, what do HTML do? HTML will give the structure to your web application and CSS will give some additional styling to the web application that we have created. And then JavaScript will add dynamic nature to the HTML document that we have created. So the document that we create using HTML and CSS are static, whereas the document can become dynamic by adding JavaScript to it. So JavaScript is a programming content that we are going to add to access the HTML elements. So JavaScript cannot directly access the HTML elements like that. So to access the HTML elements, the HTML document need to be converted into another form and then only the JavaScript can access the elements of the HTML. So that is what is called as DOM. So HTML is represented in another form which is called as the document object model. So what JavaScript can do with the HTML elements are like the JavaScript can change all the HTML elements in the page. Like it can change the HTML attributes, it can change all the CSS styling, and it can remove existing HTML elements and attributes. It can add new HTML elements and attributes. It can react to all HTML events in the page and it can create new HTML events in the page. So all these changes or all this dynamic behavior of the web application can be created only by the DOM. So I hope everybody understood what is DOM by now. When a web page is loaded, the browser creates the document object model and this document object model is constructed as a tree of objects. So let me show you a basic HTML and show you how the tree structure looks like. Well, friends, so I just have created one HTML document. Okay, now, so this is the start tag of the HTML and this is the end tag. And then this is the head tag and the head tag ended over here. And in between the head tag, like you have the title tag where it is written as DOM demo. And then inside the body, so that the body tag started over here and ended over here. And inside the body tag, I have given some h1 tag and then two divisions I have made, which will not be shown on your browser, but I have made two divisions and inside two divisions, I have put two paragraphs. First division, I have put one paragraph and the second division, I have put one paragraph. Now this is your .html, right? So this .html, when it is parsed, like you get the document object model. So how it looks like a tree structure. Okay, so let me just draw that for you. So what is there? So this is your document, right? So the document, now I have the HTML tag. So the first one is the HTML tag. So the HTML is tag is having two children. So the first child is the head tag and the second child is the body tag. Okay, right. And inside the head, I am having only one child, which is the title tag. And the title tag is having a value which is nothing but DOM demo. Okay, so I have a value here which is DOM demo. Now coming to the body tag, inside the body tag, now I have it is having three children. Okay, so the first one is the h1 tag and the second one is the div tag, and div tag is having an id over here which is d1, and then I also have another div tag where it is having id is equal to d2. So these three are the children. Now h1 is having a value. What is the value I have given? So I have given that it is dom example. So this is the value in h1 tag, and inside the div I have paragraph now. And then what is the value of the paragraph? So the value of the paragraph is all that is read. Okay, so dom means object or document object model and all that. Okay, and then inside this div tag again I have one child which is p tag, and inside the p tag I have written dom is a w3c standard and all that. So this is nothing but the tree structure, and everything over here is an object. Okay, so here it is tag in html, but when it is converted to this, okay, so this is another way of representation. That's it. So each and everything over here is called as a node, and also it is called as an object. Okay, now JavaScript can act on this particular object, and it can manipulate the elements. Okay, so as I already have listed out what JavaScript can do with the HTML document, all that it can do. It can add elements, delete an element, attribute, anything it can do. It can also change the styling of the HTML document. All the dynamism comes with the DOM. We call them as nodes, and here you have three types of nodes over here. So this head that I'm talking about, this HTML that I'm talking about, they're called as the element nodes. Okay. And then you also have the text nodes. So this is the text node because this is the ultimate element, the data that we want to appear on the browser. So this is the text node. And then I said ID is equal to D1 and all that. So this is nothing but the attribute node. So this is nothing but the attribute node. So I have three nodes over here. So the first one is the element node, the second one is the text node, and the third one is the attribute node. So this is how the DOM is represented. Okay, so this is how the DOM is created. So when the document is passed, the DOM is created. So which is nothing but another way of representation. So in a tree structure. So let us get back and see what are the various methods that are there in DOM. So these are all the methods that you can use to manipulate the elements. So the first method is document.getElement by ID. So wherein you just need to provide the ID, where in the previous example I said ID is equal to D1 and all that. So I can give the ID over here. So finds an element by element ID. And the next method that you can use is document.getElements by tag. It's elements by tag name. So this is used for XML mostly. Okay, and the third one is document.getElements by class name. So you can also access the elements by the class name. So next we'll see what are the properties that DOM supports. So what is the difference between property and method is that method is an action you can do, okay, like deleting, adding and all that, HTML element, whereas property is a value that you can set or get. Okay, it's a value that you can get or set, and method is an action that you can do. Okay, so that's the difference between method and property. So here, like you can say element dot inner HTML. So inner HTML is a property. So by using this property, you can change the inner HTML of an element. So the content of an HTML element can be changed. and then that's what is setting and getting the element value. So you can set the element value by using the inner HTML. And then I said element dot attribute is equal to new value. So this actually changes the attribute value of an HTML element. So the next property is element dot style dot property is equal to new style. So you can change the styling, like the background color and the color of the text and all that can be changed by using this property. So change the style of a HTML element. So you have one more method to do the style change of the attribute. So which is element dot set attribute. So wherein you just need to pass the attribute and then the value that you want to set. Okay, change the attribute value of an HTML element. And these are some of the elements add and remove the HTML element. So the first one is document dot create elements. So creates a HTML element. So to remove the HTML element, you need to say document dot remove element. And to add an HTML element, you just need to say append HTML element. And to replace a HTML element, we just need to say replace child. And then you just need to give the new one and then followed by the old one. So create element, remove child, append child, and replace child. So these are all the methods that are available. There is one more method which is document.write text right into the HTML output stream. So this document.write need to be used for testing and debugging. Okay, so not on a regular basis. So we just use this for testing and debugging. Right. So these are all the properties and methods that are available in the DOM. I'll try to change the content of this particular paragraph. So let me actually do that. So I'm giving an ID to this paragraph. So I'm saying ID is equal to, so let me say that it is para. Okay, I gave an ID to this particular paragraph. So inside the body tag or after the body tag, anyway you can write. So I'm writing the script over here. So I'm using the JavaScript to actually work on this particular elements, HTML elements. So herein I'm saying document. So I'm using a method which is called as document dot get element. Okay, so document dot get element by okay ID. So what's the ID that I have given for this? So the ID I have given for this is the para dot. I'm using the property, so which is inner HTML. So now I'm going to change the content. Okay, so that should go in the paragraph. So this is the changed text. Okay, so I'm saying it is the changed text. So what did I do? So I said document.getElement by ID is the method and inner HTML is a property. So by using this property, I can change the content that can appear in this particular paragraph. So as I run, you can see that now I got changed text. Okay, so this is how you can actually access the elements of HTML by creating a DOM. So let me actually show you how to access the XML element. Let me give you another example over here. So now I'll show you how to actually access the tags of the XML element and how you can manipulate them. So I just have created one paragraph here. I said ID is equal to para. And inside the script, I am taking two variables, which is X, comma, Y. Okay, and then I'm taking one more text over here. So I'm saying variable text is equal to. So you can actually read a XML file, or you can also give the XML file over here. So I am saying I have bookstore and then I have book. Okay, so then say for example, I am having the title. Okay, so let me give the title. So I just need to give it in the double quotes. What is the title? Title is, say for example, it is Java. So close the title and then close the tag and put double quotes, then put a plus, which is a concatenation of all this. Okay, so then I'm taking one more tag, which is author tag, and then I'm saying Herbert, and then close the author tag. Then let me take year. Okay, so which is year, and I'm saying 2020. Okay, close the year tag. So put the double quotes. So I just need to put the double quotes. Okay, so once I have given the year tag, so that's it. Okay, so let me now close the book tag. Okay, so I just need to close the book tag. And let me give one more book over here. So to do that, I need to open one more book tag. So I just need to open one more book tag, and then you give all this. Okay, so let me take all this title till the year and then till the book close as well. So let me actually copy this over here. So let me change the title to XML programming. Okay, and then let me change the author to Brian Pence. Okay, and the year I'll be putting it as 2021. Okay, that's it. So I just need to close one more tag, which is the bookstore tag. So bookstore, right? So this is the start tag. Okay, the root tag. So bookstore. Okay, right. So that's it. I just have created XML file over here. So now what we need to do is we just need to parse this particular XML document. To do that, I need the parser. So I need to create the object of the DOM. Okay. So to create the object of the DOM, so I'm saying X is equal to new DOM parser. Okay. So by this, what I did is I have created an object of DOM parser. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll create the tree structure. How do I create the tree structure? So I'll be saying X dot. So this is the object, right? So upon this, I am saying parse from, okay, string. Okay, so parse from string is a method that I'll be using to create this particular tree structure. So what I'm giving as an input to it, which is text, right? So which is text, and what is the type of the file? So the type of the file is text slash XML. So this is the type of the file. So now that I have created the tree structure, now you can access the elements. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll extract the title or the book name or the author, and I'll put it in this particular paragraph. To do that, I'm having a method which is document dot. So what it is? Okay, so get element by ID, get element by ID. So what's the ID? So I give para, right? So I say para, and I'm saying dot inner HTML, okay, is equal to. So what do I want to put? Okay, let me write over here what I want to do. So it is a Y, right? So element dot. So what it is? Get elements, okay, by, okay, so what it is? By tag name. Okay, so I want to get elements by tag name, and I just need to give what is the tag. Okay, so what's the tag over here? So say for example, you want to get the year, you will be giving the year. If you want the title, you will give the title, or else you want the author, you give the author. Okay, so say for example, I want the title, so I'm saying title, but you can see that there are two titles over here, right? So this is the first row and this is the second row. Okay, so to mention that, I need to give that over here. So the first book is referred to with an index number 0. So I'm referring it as 0. So to get the title of XML programming, so this is the second title, right? So I need to put 1 over here. So I said dot and then the child notes. Okay, so child notes. So if you want to extract any child notes, if there is a list or if there is a select option there and all that, if you want to get any child notes, you just need to give that. So there are no child nodes, so I'm just giving a 0 over there. And then I'm giving the property, which is nothing but node value. Okay, so I just put a semicolon, that's it. So now what will happen? It will extract the title and then put the title into this particular paragraph. So let me show this in action. So this is what I have done. So now let me run this. You can see that the title of the book is Java. So since I have put the title to be 0, so it will extract the first reference of the title from the tree. So if I want the second reference of title, so I can put a 1 here. So which will take the XML programming, okay, from the XML tag. So you can see that it is taking the second title from the particular XML from the DOM tree. So XML programming has come. So in the same way, like you can change the tag over here. So say for example, I'm giving author and I want the author of XML. So I'm giving 1. So as I run this, so you get this Brian Benz. So if you want the author of the Java book, so you can say 0 and you'll be getting the author of the book. Now the confusion is like, what is the purpose of this child nodes 0 over here? So let me explain you that with another example. So let me take another example. So this is an example wherein I'm having a select. Okay, so inside the select I'm having so this is the ID of the select, and then this is the style. So I have given the width to be 100. So if I give 300, you can see the width of the select will increase. Okay. So and then I have given size is equal to 7, means that I want 7 elements to be here. So say for example, I'm making it as 6, you can see that it will reduce. Okay. So it will have options for 6 elements over here. And then I have taken the option tag and I have given the options inside this particular select, which is first one is Audi and all that, BMW, then I have given all this. And now what is the purpose of this child node is that, so inside the select, so I have taken this element dot get element by ID. So the element is the document over here. So I'm saying document dot get. So here I'm referring to the document. So I said document dot get element by ID will take this particular select from the HTML document. So I have given the ID over here. So we already have seen this. Then I said dot child nodes. Okay, so dot child nodes, and I have given 2 over here. So when I have given 2 over here, what it will do is, so Audi will be at 0, BMW will be at 1, and Saab will be at 2. So when I said the child node 2, then it is printing Saab over here. Okay, so if I change the child node over here to 3, then Volvo will print for me here on the screen. Okay, so this is the purpose of the child nodes. Okay, so on this particular child node, I can apply text, I can apply node value, all that can be applied. So I hope everybody understood what is meant by the child nodes. So in this example, so I don't have any child nodes over here. So that's the reason I just have put 0 here. Okay, so this is the syntax. I just need to follow the syntax. And so this is how I have given the XML document here itself, or else you can read it from an external file, and then you can extract the tags from the XML file and work on it. So I hope everybody understood what is DOM. Thank you for watching.